the external auditor at the same time part of the company, I mean in the board of director or in a very specific position that you can take important decisions. So it means objectivity. You as an auditor, we cannot let that others influenced our decision or our conclusions. So the other ingredient is confidentiality. It means that you cannot share the information in which you can have access, because obviously is very important information for the companies. So some people normally use this information to have personal benefits. So the code of ethics of the accountant and of the auditor says that no, we need to keep in secret all the information, because as an auditor, auditors, we have access to all the information of the company, all the secrets of the company, because at the end we are the doctors of the company. So we need to be confidential. And additionally, and as for element, we need to have a professional behavior. It means that we need to improve the reputation of the accountants and the auditors. I mean, we cannot do bad things that affect the reputation of our profession. Okay, basically we finish topic number 1. Do you have any question in this slides link?
No.
Okay, so you can consult the code of ethics of the accountants of the auditor in the official pages in this organization, International Federation of Accountants or International internal audit organism. You can go to the web page and you can download the code of ethics. Okay, so then we are going to start the topic number 2. The topic number 2 is the importance of legal and professional requirements when completing an audit. I mean, what are the most important parts at the beginning and at the end of the audit. So basically, we are going to review five ISAs. And remember the ISAs that come from the international auditing standards. So we are going to review this ISA 200, 210, 700, 705, and 706. So basically you can download these ISAs from internet. So the ISA 200, the name of this ISA is Objective of the Independent Auditor and the conduct of audit in accordance with the ISAs. Basically, we review a little bit what is an independent auditor, what is an auditor, what is internal auditor, external auditor, and we review the code of ethics that is very similar with the code of conduct. So the auditor and the audit firm should maintain all the time during the audit relationship ethical requirements and that we discuss in the code of ethics, including those that penetrate into independence. I mean, the external auditor all the time need to be independent. It means the auditor doesn't belong to the part that is he or she reviewing. So professional judgment, the auditor needs to have a relevant trainer knowledge and experience of in the auditing field to have a professional judgment to get conclusions. So, and additionally, the auditor and the audit firm needs to be needs to have professional skepticism. It means that as an auditor, we cannot believe everything. If the company said, "Okay, I have this income because this reason," okay, we cannot say, we cannot accept, but we cannot deny. We need to have evidence to prove all the facts that the company tells us. We cannot believe in everything. We need to be all the time in alert to detect every inconsistency. So these basically are the topics that we can find in the ISA 200. So in the ISA 210 is agreeing the terms of an audit engagement. So this ISA is very important because this ISA talks about the documents that we need to prepare when we start an audit. Basically, the most important paper that we need to prepare when we start an audit is the agreement of management. In the agreement of management, basically is a letter in which the management of the company recognize its responsibility with the auditor, with the external auditor. It means when the management of the company says, okay, I'm going to let the auditor to access to all my information that is relevant for the audit. And it means that if we need to get access to certain areas or certain information, and the management said, no, you cannot get access to this, we need to show this letter, this agreement management in which the management said that as an auditor, we will have access to all the information, obviously for auditing purposes. So another thing that we can find in the agreement of management is the objective of the audit. I mean because sometimes we are providing external audited services, but sometimes as part of our work as an auditor, we deliver sometimes tax opinions. So in this agreement of management, we need to say which are the reports that we are going to deliver as an auditors. And additionally, our responsibilities as an auditors and the content of any report. For example, if we are going to deliver a tax opinion, what would be the content, or if we are going to give another kind of report, like we are going to have an opinion in terms of internal control, we need to specify in this agreement of management. And additionally, the fees of the audit, the time, which will be the months or the time in which we are going to work as an auditors, and the team, and not the whole team, but at least the partner of the audit, the manager of the audit, because normally the team in an external auditor audit is formed by a partner, a manager, maybe senior or semi-senior position, and staff. But in the agreement of management, we need to specify which is the partner, at least the partner, and the manager of the audit. And then we are going to review the ISA 700, that is forming an opinion and reporting on financial statement. So, okay, at the beginning, we have this agreement letter. And at the beginning of the audit, we are going to deliver an opinion. Basically, this is the result of the work of an auditor, is basically the opinion. And in this opinion, the auditor will conclude whether he has obtained reasonable evidence about whether the financial statements are free from material misstatement, whether due fraud or error. So basically, after all our work as an auditor, we will say that if the financial statement of the company are good or not. So what is the way that we can get this conclusion? Because we are going to use audit evidence. Audit evidence, we can find the concept of audit evidence or audit documentation in the ISA 300. And in the ISA 450, we can find the definition of misstatements identified during the audit. What could be these problems that we can find in an audit? So this ISA, the ISA 700 is combined with ISA 300 and ISA 450. And this table is very, very useful because it shows what are the types of opinion that a company or an organization can get in terms of how was the errors or the conflicts or the problems that we found in the audit. So basically, a qualified opinion is when the auditor have obtained sufficient audit evidence. I mean, when the management give us a lot of information, and when our evidence, when our audit evidence said that the financial statements of the company are free from errors. So basically, this is a positive opinion. When based of the evidence of the auditor found that the company reflects the economic reality in the financial statement. So we are saying that everything was okay. So if everything is okay, we have a qualified opinion. And other type of opinion is a qualified opinion with an emphasis of matter paragraphs. It means that it's the same as a qualified opinion, that everything is okay, that we have evidence, that we have access to all the organization information, but we detect a problem. And for that reason, this problem, we need to emphasize, okay, everything is okay, but I detect this issue. So we need to add to the auditor's opinion emphasis paragraph in which we say, when we said, okay, this is a problem, but apart from this situation, the financial statements and the economic reality of the company, it's okay. So for that reason, this qualified opinion with emphasis of matter paragraphs is in yellow, because it's like a traffic light. A qualified is green, qualified opinion with emphasis of matter paragraphs is yellow because we have detected maybe a little problem. And then we have a third type of opinion that is adverse opinion, is when we have evidence and our audit evidence said, okay, this company doesn't reflect the economic reality because I have this evidence and no, the financial statements reflect another thing. So when we have this situation, as an auditor, the result of our work is an adverse opinion. But we would think that maybe this adverse opinion is the worst opinion, but no, there is another opinion that is worse than every other opinion. That is disclaimer of opinion, is when, for example, we ask to the company, please company, give me your information, and the company deny the thing that we are asking for. When the company says, okay, I'm not going to let you in my financial information, so no, I'm not going to provide you the information that you are asking for. So in this situation, we don't have the elements to give an opinion. So our opinion would be a disclaimer opinion, in which we are going to say, okay, we didn't have access to the information, so as an auditor, I cannot opinion about the reality, the economic reality of the company. So if a company has this disclaimer opinion in its financial statement, it's very, very bad. It's a very huge alert to having this kind of opinion. So basically, this is the result of the work of an auditor, this kind of opinion. This is the conclusion of the auditor work. A qualified opinion, qualified with emphasis paragraph, and an adverse opinion, or a disclaimer opinion. So these are the results and the conclusion of the audit work. So do you have any questions till here?
For the adverse opinion, is the auditor will always, before they release this adverse opinion, will they just give a chance for the company to explain or to solve the problem first before they release the adverse opinion?
Exactly. We in the audit, we have a period in which we communicate with the management of the company, and we let the company know, I detected this problem, so please fix this problem, please solve these problems. And if the company say, no, I'm not going to solve this problem, okay, so it means that maybe the opinion would be an adverse or a disclaimer, depending on the evidence. Or if the company said, okay, I'm going to change, I'm going to correct all these problems, the opinion could be a positive opinion. Or yes, the company at the end decides if the company change and solve the problems to get a better opinion. Just we have this period in which we communicate the problems to let the company solve these problems.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And anything else that you want to clarify? Everything is okay?
Fine. It's fine.
Oh,
Okay,
Hello.
up to now.
oh, hello. Gail?
Yeah, Gail. Hi.
Gail.
Hi, sorry, I came up late
No
earlier
worries.
because of the time zone. I just want to ask if there's gonna be a recording that's gonna be shared so I
Yes,
can rewatch the session.
yes. The school is going to send you the recording, and I wrote. I don't know if you can see the chat. I don't think so, but I'm going to show you my mail. If you have any doubts, you
Okay.
can send me your doubts. Okay. No. Wait. Okay, I sent you my mail. If you have any doubts, you can send me your doubts.
Yeah, okay. Thank you,
You're
Miss
welcome.
Yuriko.
Yes, Yuriko. So we finished the class today, and I'm going to explain you the evaluation.
Okay.
Because it's a very important part. And if we have 5 minutes at the end, I would like to know more about you, Gail. Okay, so I'm going to
Yeah,
explain
no worries.
the assessment. So basically, it is divided in two parts: case of a study, a case of a study, and report. So basically, in the case of a study, you need to choose a company, a firm, wherever you want. And you need to talk about the background of the company according to the ISAs. In fact, it's the ISA 315, if I don't remember correctly. But you need to, I'm going to send you a paper with the instructions. So this is an overview, but then I'm going to send you a document with every instruction. So you need to talk, you need to decide which company, you need to write about the background of the company. Then you need to identify the main risk of the company and how would you minimize them. So you need to talk about how the team, imagine that you are an audit, that you are maybe the senior or the manager, how the team could comply with the professional and ethics requirements for auditors, and what and you need to prepare, for example, this agreement letter that we as an auditor we need to give to the management at the beginning of the audit. Obviously, no worries, I'm going to explain in this document, and you can consult the ISAs, this international framework that we talk about. And then you can design an audit strategy and audit plan. And this basically is a case of a study. And the other part of the assessment is the report. Is a report that you need to write. And this report is because some topics in this module are very theoretical, and we cannot say, okay, prepare this or prepare that. Maybe it's more like, you know, the concepts, and you know, the definition is more theoretical. Is because this reason we are going to evaluate with a report. So case of a study and reports, they need to, in both, they need to have 4,500 words. I put here 2000, or could be maybe 2000, 2.5 or and 2, you can divide if you like 40%, 60%, or maybe, I don't know, 55, 45. It's not mandatory that it needs to be 50% exactly. No, you can play with the percentage. I put these 2,000 words as an example, but you can divide wherever you want. Maybe you have maybe you choose a very big company and you have a lot of things to talk about the company. Okay, maybe could be 60 and 40%, and 60% in the case of a study, and the rest in the report. And additionally, if you don't have if you want to have extra points, we have the possibility to prepare a quiz, a very short exam to have extra points, but it's up